Hey everybody, welcome to Great American RV. We're going to be walking through the 2025 Grand Design Solitude 390RK, which you see behind me today. This unit is a full profile, fully residential style, living type profile unit. You'll see a few things that are a little bit different about this unit than you would see in most other units in this profile. So let's jump right into it. This unit here, you're going to see that we ordered it with a few upgrades and a few changes outside of the normal Solitude that you get from the factory. You notice in the front storage compartment here, you will see it partial prep for a generator. It does have the firebox already installed there, so a couple cutouts, it's all you need, and then installing the actual generator with the exhaust that would run out to that. That would be a propane generator if that's an option that you'd want to pursue. What you're going to notice here, and I'll touch back on a few more items along the way, but this unit is going to be 101 inches wide. What is that difference? Typically on an RV, on any travel trailer or a normal fifth wheel, it's going to be about 96 inches. So you get an additional 5 inches wide on the width, which is going to be able to accomplish you a few more things, which I'll touch on, like I said, a little bit later on in this walkthrough. One thing you're going to notice here is going to be your hydraulic auto leveling that you'll get on this profile of a unit. It's going to be a little bit different than you'd get on a normal travel trailer or fifth wheel, which would be electric. It's going to be a little bit stronger, more longer lasting. It's something that you get on the diesel, Class A diesel motorhomes, so something you'd get here on a fifth wheel. You can access it here on your outside one-touch control panel, or that can be Bluetoothed into your phone. As we kind of pan back here into the pass-through storage, this is going to kind of feed off on a few differences from Grand Design. This is what they call a drop frame chassis. So what you're going to notice and get for you as a consumer is a wider, deeper, which is going to accomplish a little bit taller pass-through storage. That's something that can be done, one, because of Grand Design's engineering on each specific unit, but two, it's about having that 101-inch wide frame. So it also accomplishes you a few extra things. That's one of them, and I'll mention a few more later on. Inside here, Grand Design knows that RVers want simple, easy, and competent. So right here you have your all-inclusive water bay here, which is actually color-coded. Depending on what you want to accomplish, it's pretty easy and simple. Anywhere from dry camping, power tank fill, city water, winterize, and then even siphon to sanitize your tank via the pump. All that's enclosed and integrated into this, along with your black tank flush. Inline water filter, so you don't have to have that external water filter anymore. All your pull valves for these tanks up in this part of the RV are located inside of here, and also your low point drains. And then if you see over here this white kind of vent looking thing, that's an actual heat vent that will vent into this compartment to keep your lines from freezing in those colder temperatures. Couple other things back here. You are going to get on this unit a tankless hot water heater, so that will accomplish you the endless hot water. So all those Hollywood showers that you like to take while you're out camping, that'll be able to accomplish that for you. Obviously this is a 50 amp unit, gonna need that to be able to power the inside. There's your external dump section there, like those dump valves I referenced earlier. With the hydraulic auto leveling on this unit, you're gonna get 6 different feet, so 6 pads. You get 2 in the front, 2 in the middle that you see here, and then we'll see 2 other ones also back here towards the rear part of the RV. So since this unit is a rear kitchen unit, the kitchen in the back, which is going to have your sink and a possible dishwasher option, it's going to be a little bit more separated from the front part of the RV where your living space is, or excuse me, your bedroom. And so Grand Design did a great job at separating the gray tanks. So you do have an external dump here that is going to be allocated just for your other gray tank that is designated for that rear kitchen. So one of the biggest complaints of most RVers that I'll point out here is having to lug around that heavy 50 amp power cord. So what Grand Design did is they integrated in a power cord reel. So you can actually put that on an electric cord reel that will wrap it up for you and also help you run it out whenever you need, so you don't have to lug around that big heavy cord. So one of the biggest attributes of this unit that you're kind of seeing right here in this frame is the external storage that is underneath of your rear kitchen. RVers, one of the one things that they can never have enough of is storage. So this unit, there is no shortage of that. You have the all-included Aluminum frame welded external storage that can fit anything, and it is heated and insulated in here too, so you can put belongings back here without the worry of them spoiling or having issues with that. And it's easily accessible. They put plenty of external doors so you can open up, be able to get those without having to put your whole body in there or crawl inside to be able to access it. And to be able to top that off, they put here in the rear an external pull-out tray. So like I said, you don't have to try to reach in there inconveniently. You can put an array of items in here. We do have customers that will put kayaks in here, fishing poles, really everything you could imagine to be able to go camping, or like I said, live in one of these full time. They do even add the external hitch on the back with the 7-way, or the 4-pin, excuse me. You can put an extra rack back here for bikes, electric bikes nowadays, and any other items you might need. It does come pre-wired for a backup camera. There is a ladder. This is a fully walkable roof, so you'll be able to get up there. But how we actually option this, and I'll kind of point out another thing here, is we option this unit with slide toppers on all 5 slides. So those will roll in and out. Those do cover your slides. Helps with longevity purposes on the slide outs themselves, and also helps to keep debris off of those slides as you roll them in and out in case you park underneath a tree and things of that nature. So we'll come back this way. Plenty of plugs. You're going to notice plugs all over the place, interior, exterior. You can never have enough plugs for some of your camping items you might use. You have the Cooper rated tires that are on this unit that come with a significant warranty, 1, 2, and 5 first year no questions asked guarantee, 2-year complimentary roadside assistance, and 5 years on those tires. So we'll come back here. This is where we're going to enter the unit. A couple things before we go inside. You have the solid steps. Those are going to be 4-step stairs, so easy to walk up and inside of, and they are on a gas strut, so it's easy to lift up and down with just one hand. So easily accessible for anybody. And then you have the extended oversized grab handle. But let's go ahead and go on inside, and we'll take a look at a few things in here. So like I said, this is the 390RK. Couple things to note in this unit. This is a base level living room with opposing couches that do tri-fold out into beds, and then 2 recliners. Those are electric recliners with USB ports that are right across from your TV, and electric fireplace. That fireplace, something to note about that, it is not just for looks. That will put out heat. And then right below that fireplace is also a sweep-in central vac system. So you just lift that up and you can sweep anything into that and it'll vacuum it up. Like I said, ease of use in a Grand Design. These are made by RVers and engineered by RVers. I mentioned outside that this is a rear kitchen unit, so they can never have enough prep space, entertainment space in an RV. This unit has a center island, 4-burner cooktop with oversized oven. You can actually cook a turkey in that if you wanted to try. With the 20 cubic foot all-electric residential style refrigerator in the back. Residential style features back here on the sink. You have the cup washer, built-in soap dispenser, and different trays inside of this, depending on how you want to wash dishes. If you want to just air dry them, this unit is dishwasher prepped, so you can actually install a dishwasher if you wanted to make it full residential. Full size microwave. Don't have to go the small route. That is GE appliances. And like I said, you're going to notice plugs everywhere in a Grand Design. You can pull them out here. USB 110 plugs, and even another one over here on the island. One of the biggest unused spaces in an RV that we get feedback from customers on is going to be the dinette, or the eating table as most people would call it. This unit, they did not waste any space. Like I said, you got those 2 opposing couches, and then this would be more of your bar top / office use space up here, which why you see those cutouts in this bar top. So you'd be able to eat and watch the television. Folks nowadays mostly just sit down at a recliner and eat dinner. So you still do have that flexibility in case you are entertaining folks. But in the event of most usage, you'd be able to eat up here if you did want to have a space. Before we go and head back to the master suite, a couple things also to note. You're going to notice 3 ACs in this unit. This is a 50 amp coach. You have one back here in the kitchen, one in the living, and then one in the bedroom. Like I said, 50 amp. This unit's going to be equipped with a power control management system that will cycle ACs on and off just like your home would, and it will cool areas based on the temperature that you set it at. And so it'll be able to cycle through, and you don't have to find some special campground that handles anything over a 50 amp. You can still use your typical campgrounds that have the 50 amp plugs. You're going to notice on all these windows, they do come pre-equipped with blackout shades. The windows are actually already tinted with automotive grade tint, so you don't have to have the day shades in case you wanted them, but these do have the blackout shades that you can black this thing out and keep all the coolness in whenever you have a hot day, or block out any extra light that you might have at a campground. So we'll move back up this way. Before we move to the bedroom, you do have a coat closet whenever you do enter the RV. Right up here is going to be another one-touch control panel here for your awning, and then all of your slides, all of your lights. Like I said, it is kind of pre-wired for the generator, so you have the generator start button also here. And then if you wanted to check all of your tank levels, you can do that from here also. So pretty simple and easy. You don't have to search the RV looking for those buttons. Coming up here, you have the master suite bathroom with dual sinks, the porcelain toilet, an oversized shower with a seat in that shower. Plenty of space in here. This is a residential style bathroom. This is just like something you would see in your home nowadays. Plenty of counter space, plenty of towel space, and any other toiletry goods you may have. Plenty of room to be able to fit all of that. Come back here in the master. This unit is equipped with the king size bed. You can also option it with a queen size. If you go to the queen size, you do accomplish the bedside tables, but you will see plugs all through here. Another AC that's located in here, and then a fully front closet here, which is going to be a little bit wider, like I said, with the 101-inch wide frame. But you will have plenty of shoe space, any extra closet space that you might need for extra clothes to bring along with you. Nice hanging rod. And then you have this auxiliary closet here that can be used for extra clothing space, or for a stackable washer and dryer. If you wanted to be able to fit that in here, it is prepped for that washer and dryer. TV conveniently located across from the bed, and then other cabinetry space in here. And then even underneath the bed, you have extra spots for more comforters and sheets and things like that that you might need. And then more under bed storage, and then some kind of hidden storage here if you needed. This concludes the 390RK from Grand Design. This is the 2025, just landed here from the factory. Come see us here at Great American RV in Calera, Alabama. We'll see you soon.